5 steps to go from debtor to investor. Is it possible to become an investor even though you are in debt? Yes. As taking care of your financial planning. Nobody likes to live in that kind of situation. But the truth is that the main ones responsible for a bad financial moment are ourselves. On the other hand, the good news is that, with a little attitude, organization, and discipline, it is possible to change all that. You don't need very advanced knowledge in the financial market, for example. In this post, we present the 5 steps for you to start taking a turn in your life and transform your relationship with your money for good. 1. Make a diagnosis. To move from being indebted to being an investor, you first need to take control of your financial life. Start with the basics. Use a simple financial control worksheet with 2 columns: expenses, including debts, fixed and variable expenses, and income, salary, prolabor, etc. 2. Reduce expenses. Once you get everything down on paper, it's easier to know where you should cut back. Depending on the size of the debt, consider the need to sell highly liquid assets, such as a car or motorcycle, for example. Cut superfluous costs from your expenses, from snacks and silliness, expendable services, to that trip scheduled for the holidays. It's time to look at your spreadsheet and adapt life to your reality. 3. Negotiate debts. It's time to deal with the hardest part, debt. Put them in priority levels, always giving preference to those with the highest interest rate. Start the negotiations, evaluating which creditors can offer the best conditions. Whenever possible, settle your debts in full, taking advantage of the fact that, by cutting expenses, you will have more money in your hands. 4. Start saving. The first 2 steps to go from debt to investor are the longest and hardest, so be patient. It is normal to take a longer time to readjust your lifestyle and deal directly with debt. Now, the important thing is to maintain the discipline of cutting expenses, not getting into debt again, and saving. Start by setting aside at least 10% of your budget. Keep in mind an amount that is enough to support you for at least 12 months. Five. It's time to invest. Congratulations! You went from being a debtor to being an investor. The first thing to do is identify your investor profile. Are you a risk-averse person and more conservative? Give preference to investments in fixed income, such as government bonds, Tesoro Dorito, DI funds, and CDBs. Do you want to take a little risk? Go beyond fixed income and look for multi-market funds or equity funds for a part of your invested equity. Now, if your profile is more aggressive, there is the possibility of investing the money saved in stocks, directly or through funds, always taking care to maintain a more conservative fixed income amount. As we said at the beginning, you don't need in-depth knowledge of financial planning to go from debtor to investor.